got a 2012 Kia Sorento. I'm going to show you how to get your window up. Mind you, this is not going to be a replacement video because I'm pretty sure somebody got that. You can say that for another day. So this window does not operate traditionally as a 12-volt reversing of the polarity to anything to open the window. This is a new window switch. The other one took a crap. The button's out. So I'm going to show you one method you can utilize to get, here you go, you can implement or employ to get this window up. Let's see here. The first one, just really quick. I'm going to be using a test light and showing how to operate this. But if you look inside, there's a little tray inside of there. You can basically take a small pin, slide that back and forth, and to get the window up, you should lift up so that little slot should go forward. And what that'll do is send a ground signal to one of these small wires to lift the window up. So that's one option. So I'm not going to pull this off. I might, if I can. I don't know. This is really not important. This is not really the usable method I would employ. Bennett, I'm going to give you the answer how to get that up anyway. So checking this window switch is freaky. I'm going to tell you that. It's like real funky. So I got my fluke here. Using the, let me get my lighting pretty good. Got a fluke. I got it on direct current. Alright, this is, pay close attention. So we have the black wire here, which is going to be the ground. Hot is going to be yellow, and another hot is going to be the orange here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put an alligator clip on this ground here, ground it to, let's just say, I'm going to ground to this housing here. This should be okay. It should work out. And I'm going to check for 12 volts. The window or the master control switch is plugged in. We have 12 volts reflecting on the yellow. And 12 volts reflecting on the orange. And I'm going to pierce the ground just for reference. There's nothing on the ground there. So let me even go as far as doing a resistance test on the ground. And I'm going to show you how useless it's going to be. You can see it's showing kilo ohms here. That's a lot of resistance. That's not enough ground to ensure a good ground. So even then, the 12 volt source isn't a usable 12 volts. It's more like bias voltage. So this ground sucks at the moment, but it serves a purpose. So the ground source isn't a reliable method of checking the ground wire. This doesn't operate the same as a regular window. Alright, so there's bias voltage going through the yellow wire and the orange wire here, so they're not usable voltage outputs, and I'm going to show you. So I have a test light here, and this is going to be a basic load test if it was a usable signal. And I'm just going to pierce this orange wire, which was displaying 12 volts, and I don't have any illuminating light or nothing. Pierce the the yellow, nothing. So I pierced the orange, nothing. Yellow, nothing. So to get a actual signal, you need to utilize the ground inputs here and the 12 volt that is supplied here. So what I'm going to do, hope you're not getting confused here, you either put a pin through the ground, but I'm going to replicate putting a pin through the ground by using my other test light here. So I know it's going to confuse people, but So here, they're basically, this is my ground here, going through to the black wire. Here's my test lead going to the 12 volt. What's going to happen? The light's going to light up once it detects that, I guess, that ground signal, and so will the yellow, but it takes a while to light up. And there it go, lighting up. So it needs a second to respond, and it's not as rapid as the orange wire. So I haven't tried grounding out the ground wire, but if you was to test to see if you had battery voltage going to this window unit here, you would simply just utilize the ground supplied to the window unit and check for battery voltage. Okay, so you can go to the window switch and, you know, test this, but this is this video is primarily not for the window switch, because obviously if the window switch isn't connected, oh shit, sorry, if the window switch is not connected, you're not going to get any signs of battery voltage. At least you shouldn't. But I got to disconnect it. Let's see what happens. Yep. Okay, so you do. So okay, so you do. So I was wrong. So even if the window switch is disconnected, this obviously goes from a body control module or some sort of module, which I again did not look up the diagram. So I'm just showing you how to do some basic tests here, and just to let you know, the regular test is not going to work. All right, to get the window to roll up or down, this utilized a ground signal from the window switch here. And so checking the wires, the input signals going to this motor, you're going to have, it's going to ground these, either the brown or the orange wire, and that's what's going to generate the signal to command this unit to operate. And just to show you, it should be millivolts. So we have, work, so we got 10, got 11 to 10 millivolts there. If I was looking on the volt scale, it would be 11 millivolts. So it just grounds the signal out. So I'm gonna push the down button or up. So this is the up portion. So if I push up, it grounds. If I go to the brown wire here, it's 13 millivolts. Push down, it grounds it out. So if your switch is inoperative, let me get to the meat and taters of this video. If your window's inoperative, to get the window up or down, simply take a test lead here, and I'm sending bias voltage through here. So this is unused. It's high resistance, but even then, if I was to send 12 volts mistakenly here, I wouldn't burn up the circuit. So this is safe. This is a safe method of applying voltage to get us to get a signal response. So what I'm going to do, simply, if I need to go up, hit the orange one. Is it connected? I think I got it. It's rolling up. If I want to go down, hit the brown wire, and it's safely responding. I don't recommend directly grounding this out, just in case you happen to send power to the wrong unit, wrong part of it. But again, if you want to get the window up, take your test lead, ground it, use the probing portion to roll the window up, hit the orange wire, you can hear it responding. If I want to go down, hit the brown wire. Not sure where I left off at, but yeah, if we so you just hit those two, the orange to pull the window up, the brown to pull the window down. Hey, that rhymes. And you'll be good to go. But again, this system don't operate like a regular window circuit. So, and again, I did not read the theory of operation for this. I did not read it, so it would have probably been a lot more help if I read it, but I find it more interesting if I figure that shit out myself to a degree. So helps me out. Hopefully this will help somebody out. I'm sure it will, because that switch broke on this customer car, and I'm pretty sure out of the millions of people that own these vehicles, it's going to break for theirs. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pin. You have 3 large wires, 2 hots, 1 ground. They show bias voltage until they get some backfeed. You have 2 low voltage reference. 3, 1, 2, 3. So we got the orange, red, and the brown. So these are low voltage references. I don't know what the red one do. I'll admit, I don't know. Maybe that's like a position, the stop when it detects us getting to a certain height. I don't know, but I know for a fact that the orange goes up, roll the window up, it grounds the switch, it grounds that wire. The brown rolls it down, it grounds that wire, and that's how we can get our window up if we have any issues with the switch here. I'm not sure how if the other windows have the same type of logic, but you know, hey, if it's kind of set up the same, we can probably assume or have a safe assumption that it does work the same. But hey, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe link. Stay informed, have that reassurance of my work, and see you on the next one.